Precious Achua, Jalen Adams, Steven Adams, Bam Adebayo, LaMarcus Aldridge, Tyshawn Alexander, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Grayson Allen, Jarrett Allen, Al-Farouq Aminu, Kyle Anderson, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kostas Antetokounmpo, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Carmelo Anthony, Cole Anthony, OG Anunoby, Ryan Arcidiacono, Trevor Ariza, DJ Augustine, Deni Avdia, DeAndre Ayton, Udoka Azubuike, Dwayne Bacon, Marvin Bagley III, LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, Mo Bamba, Desmond Bane, Harrison Barnes, RJ Barrett, Will Barton, Keita Bates Diop, Nicholas Batum, Aaron Baines, Kent Bazemore, Darius Bazley, Bradley Beal, Malik Beasley, DeAndre Bembry, Davis Bertans, Patrick Beverley, Sadiq Bey, Tyler Bey, Khem Birch, Goga Bitadze, Bismack Biyombo, Nemanja Bjelica, Eric Bledsoe, Keljin Belevins, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Bojan Bogdanovic, Bol Bol, Marquise Bolden, Jordan Bone, Isaac Bonga, Devin Booker, Chris Boucher, Brian Bowen II, Avery Bradley, Tony Bradley, Jarrell Brantley, Ignas Brazdeikis, Mikal Bridges, Miles Bridges, Malcolm Brogdon, Dylan Brooks, Bruce Bowen, Jaylen Brown, Moses Brown, Sterling Brown, Troy Brown Jr., Jalen Brunson, Thomas Bryant, Reggie Bullock, Trey Burke, Alec Burks, Jimmy Butler, Bruno Caboclo, Devontae Kakuk, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Facundo Campazzo, Vlatko Cancar, Clint Capella, Vernon Carey Jr., Jevon Carter, Wendell Carter Jr., Michael Carter Williams, Alex Caruso, Willie Cauley-Stein, Chris Chiozza, Marquese Chriss, Gary Clark, Brandon Clark, Jordan Clarkson, Nicholas Claxton, Chris Clemens, Amir Coffey, John Collins, Zach Collins, Mike Conley, Pat Connaughton, Quinn Cook, DeMarcus Cousins, Robert Covington, Torrey Craig, Jay Crowder, Jarrett Culver, Seth Curry, Stephen Curry, Nate Darling, Anthony Davis, Ed Davis, Terrence Davis, DeMar DeRozan, Matthew Dellavedova, Dante DiVincenzo, Mamadi Diakite, Hamidou Diallo, Gorgui Dieng, Spencer Dinwiddie, Luka Doncic, Luguentz Dort, Damian Dotson, Devon Dotson, Sekou Doumbouya, PJ Dozier, Goran Dragic, Andre Drummond, Jared Dudley, Chris Dunn, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, Carson Edwards, CJ Elleby, Wayne Ellington, Joel Embiid, James Ennis III, Drew Eubanks, Dante Exum, Taco Fall, Derek Favors, Cristiano Felicio, Terrence Ferguson, Bruno Fernando, Dorian Finney-Smith, Malachi Flynn, Bryn Forbes, Trent Forrest, Evan Fournier, De'Aaron Fox, Tim Frazier, Markelle Fultz, Wenyen Gabriel, Daniel Gafford, Danilo Gallinari, Langston Galloway, Darius Garland, Marc Gasol, Rudy Gay, Paul George, Harry Giles III, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Gill, Rudy Gobert, Brendan Goodwin, Aaron Gordon, Eric Gordon, Devontae Graham, Jeremy Grant, Danny Green, Draymond Green, JaMychal Green, Javonte Green, Jeff Green, Josh Green, Blake Griffin, Kyle Guy, Rui Hachimura, Ashton Hagans, Tyrese Halliburton, Josh Hall, RJ Hampton, Tim Hardaway Jr., James Harden, Maurice Harkless, Jarrett Harper, Montrezl Harrell, Gary Harris, Jalen Harris, Joe Harris, Tobias Harris, Shaquille Harrison, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, Udonis Haslem, Jackson Hayes, Killian Hayes, Gordon Hayward, Juancho Hernan Gomez, Willie Hernan Gomez, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, George Hill, Solomon Hill, Nate Hinton, Aaron Holiday, Drew Holiday, Justin Holiday, Richon Holmes, Rodney Hood, Al Horford, Talen Horton Tucker, Daniel House Jr., Dwight Howard, Marcus Howard, Kevin Huerter, Elijah Hughes, DeAndre Hunter, Chandler Hutchinson, Serge Ibaka, Andre Iguodala, Joe Ingles, Brandon Ingram, Kyrie Irving, Jonathan Isaac, Wes Iwundu, Frank Jackson, Josh Jackson, Justin Jackson, Reggie Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., Justin James, LeBron James, Daquan Jeffries, Ty Jerome, Isaiah Joe, Cameron Johnson, James Johnson, Keldon Johnson, Stanley Johnson, Tyler Johnson, Nikola Jokic, Damian Jones, Mason Jones, Trey Jones, Derrick Jones Jr., Tyus Jones, DeAndre Jordan, Corey Joseph, Mfiondu Kabengele, Frank Kaminsky, Enes Kanter, Luke Kennard, Maxi Kleber, Nathan Knight, Kevin Knox II, John Concher, Furkan Korkmaz, Luke Cornet, Rodion Kuruc, Kyle Kuzma, Zach LaVine, Jeremy Lamb, Romeo Langford, Jake Layman, Caris LeVert, Jalen Leck, Damien Lee, Sabin Lee, Alex Len, Kawhi Leonard, Myers Leonard, Kira Lewis Jr., Damian Lillard, Nasir Little, Kevon Looney, Brook Lopez, Robin Lopez, Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry, Timothy Luau Cabarrot, Trey Lyles, Will McNay, Fawn Maker, Theo Maladin, Kareem Main, Terrence Mann, Nico Mannion, Boban Marjanovic, Lauri Markkanen, Najee Marshall, Caleb Martin, Cody Martin, Kalan Martin, Kenyon Martin Jr., Garrison Matthews, Dakota Mathias, Wesley Matthews, Tyrese Maxey, Skylar Mays, Patrick McCaw, CJ McCollum, TJ McConnell, Jalen McDaniels, Doug McDermott, Sean McDermott, Javal McGee, Rodney McGruder, Alfonso McKinney, Jordan McLaughlin, Ben McLemore, Nicolo Melli, D'Anthony Melton, Sam Merrill, Chimezi Matu, Chris Middleton, Darius Miller, Patty Mills, Paul Millsap, Shake Milton, Donovan Mitchell, Adam Mokoka, Malik Monk, Etwan Moore, John Morant, Juwan Morgan, Markieff Morris, Monty Morris, Marcus Morris Sr., Michael Mulder, DeJounte Murray, Jamal Murray, Mike Muscala, Svi Mihailuk, Abdel Nader, Larry Nance Jr., Aaron Nesmith, Raul Neto, George Niang, Zeke Naji, Nerlens Noel, Jalen Nowell, Frank Ntilikina, Kendrick Nunn, Yusuf Nurkic, David Nwaba, Jordan Nwora, Royce O'Neal, Sami Ojeleye, Jalil Okafor, Chuma Okiki, Josh Okogie, Onyeka Okongwu, Isaac Okoro, KZ Okpala, Victor Oladipo, Kelly Olynyk, Mia Oni, Steady Osman, Daniel Oturu, Kelly Oubre Jr., Jabari Parker, Eric Pascal, Anzejs Pasechniks, Patrick Patterson, Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, Elfrid Payton, Reggie Perry, Theo Pinson, Mason Plumlee, Jakob Poeltl, Vincent Poirier, Alexei Pokusevski, Jordan Poole, Jonte Porter, Kevin Porter Jr., Michael Porter Jr., Otto Porter Jr., Bobby Portis, Kristaps Porzingis, Dwight Powell, Norman Powell, Taurean Prince, Peyton Pritchard, Emmanuel Quickley, Jamias Ramsey, Julius Randle, Cam Reddish, JJ Redick, Paul Reed, Naz Reid, Nick Richards, Josh Richardson, Grant Rille, Austin Rivers, Duncan Robinson, Jerome Robinson, Mitchell Robinson, Glenn Robinson III, Isaiah Roby, Rajon Rondo, Derrick Rose, Terrence Ross, Terry Rozier, Ricky Rubio, D'Angelo Russell, Domantas Sabonis, Luka Samanic, Jakar Sampson, Dario Saric, Thomas Satoransky, Dennis Schroeder, Mike Scott, Jay Scrubb, Colin Sexton, Landry Shamet, Pascal Siakam, Chris Silva, Ben Simmons, Anthony Simmons, Davidas Sirvidis, Alen Smilagic, Marcus Smart, Ish Smith, Jalen Smith, Dennis Smith Jr., Tony Snell, Omari Spellman, Cassius Stanley, Lamar Stevens, Isaiah Stewart, Max Strauss, Edmund Sumner, Jayshawn Tate, Jason Tatum, Jeff Teague, Garrett Temple, Tyrell Terry, Daniel Feiss, Broderick Thomas, Matt Thomas, Clay Thompson, Tristan Thompson, Sindarius Thornwell, Matisse Feibel, Killian Tilly, Xavier Tillman, Obi Toppin, Juan Toscano Anderson, Carl Anthony Towns, Gary Trent Jr., PJ Tucker, Miles Turner, Jonas Valanciunas, Denzel Valentine, Fred VanVleet, Jared Vanderbilt, Devin Vassell, Gabe Vincent, Nikola Vucevic, Dean Wade, Moritz Wagner, Kemba Walker, Lonnie Walker IV, John Wall, Brad Wanamaker, TJ Warren, PJ Washington, Yuta Watanabe, Tremont Waters, Paul Watson, Quindary Weatherspoon, Russell Westbrook, Kobe White, Derek White, Hassan Whiteside, Greg Whittington, Andrew Wiggins, Grant Williams, Kenrich Williams, Lou Williams, Patrick Williams, Robert Williams III, Zion Williamson, DJ Wilson, Dylan Windler, Justice Winslow, Cassius Winston, James Wiseman, Christian Wood, Robert Woodard II, Delon Wright, Thaddeus Young, Trey Young, Cody Zeller, Ivica Zubat.